Yehezqel chapter 48. And these are the names of the tribes. From the north end along the way to Hethlon, at the entrance of Hamath, and Hatzor and Yan, the border of Damascus northward, by the side of Hamath, in its east and its west. Dan, 1. And the border of Dan, from the east side to the west. Asher, 1. And the border of Asher, from the east side to the west. Naphtali, 1. And by the border of Naphtali, from the east side to the west. Manasseh, 1. And from the border of Manasseh, from the east side to the west. Ephraim, 1. And by the border of Ephraim, from the east side to the west. Reuben, 1. And by the border of Reuben, from the east side to the west. Yehudah, 1. And by the border of Yehudah, from the east side to the west, is the contribution which you offer up, 25,000 cubits in width, and in length the same as one of the portions, from the east side to the west, with the set-apart place in its midst. The contribution that you offer up to Yah is 25,000 cubits in length and 10,000 in width. And of these is the set-apart contributions for the priest. On the north, 25,000 cubits, and on the west, 10,000 in width, and on the east, 10,000 in width, and on the south, 25,000 in length. And the set-apart place of Yah shall be in its midst, for the priests of the sons of Zadok, who are set apart, who did guard my charge, who did not go astray when the children of Israel went astray, as the Levites went astray. So this contribution shall be to them from the contribution of the land, a most set-apart place by the border of the Levites. And alongside the border of the priests, the Levites have 25,000 cubits in length and 10,000 in width. Its entire length is 25,000, and its length 10,000. And they did not sell any of it, nor exchange it, nor transfer this best part of the land, for it is set apart to Yah. And the 5,000 cubits in width that is left, facing the 25,000, is for common use by the city, for dwellings in open land, and the city shall be in its midst. And these are its measurements: the north side, 4,500 cubits, and the south side, 4,500, and the east side, 4,500, and the west side, 4,500. And the open land of the city shall be, to the north, 250 cubits, and to the south, 250, and to the east, 250, and to the west, 250. And the rest of the length alongside the contribution of the set-apart portion is 10,000 cubits to the east and 10,000 to the west. And it shall be alongside the contribution of the set-apart portion, and its increase shall be food for the workers of the city. And the workers of the city from all the tribes of Israel shall till it. The entire contribution is 25,000 cubits by 25,000 cubits foursquare. You are to offer up the set-apart contribution with the possession of the city, and the rest is for the prince on one side and on the other of the set-apart contribution, and of the possession of the city, facing 25,000 cubits of the set-apart contribution as far as the eastern border, and westward facing the 25,000 as far as the western border, alongside the portions of the prince. And the set-apart contribution and the set-apart place of the house shall be in its midst. So the possession of the Levites and the possession of the city are in the midst of what belongs to the prince, between the border of Yehudah and the border of Benjamin. It belongs to the prince. As for the rest of the tribes, from the east side to the west side, Benjamin 1. By the border of Benjamin, from the east side to the west side, Shimon 1. And by the border of Shimon, from the east side to the west side, Yissachar 1. And by the border of Yissachar, from the east side to the west side, Zebulun 1. And by the border of Zebulun, from the east side to the west side, Gad 1. And by the border of Gad, on the south side toward the south. The border shall be from Tamar to the waters of Meribah by Kadesh, along the Wadi to the great sea. This is the land which you divide by lot as an inheritance among the tribes of Israel, and these are their portions, declares the Master Yah. And these are the exits of the city, the gates of the city according to the names of the tribes of Israel, on the north side, measuring 4,500 cubits. The 3 gates northward, 1 gate for Reuben, 1 gate for Yehuda, 1 gate for Levi. And on the east side, 4,500 cubits, 3 gates, 1 gate for Joseph, 1 gate for Benjamin, 1 gate for Dan. And on the south side, measuring 4,500 cubits, 3 gates, 1 gate for Shimon, 1 gate for Issachar, 1 gate for Zebulun. And on the west side, 4,500 cubits, with their 3 gates, 1 gate for Gad, 1 gate for Asher, 1 gate for Naphtali, all around 18,000 cubits. And the name of the city from that day is Yah is there.